Name of the book. It's a rubber ducky. Washcloth. Okay. Bathrobe. Toothpaste. Toothbrush. Hi guys, this is Monica. I'm back. Today is Sunday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Getting ready to go back to work. Still on this Oprah Winfrey Vision Tour, Visionaries. She did an interview with Tracee Ellis Ross. So I am going to go ahead and press play, and I'm going to do commentary on this. And I do not own the rights to this. I am going to be mukbanging. Shout out
Mama, I need to get my book.
to the Tiger Soft.
Mama, do you want to get my book, please?
What book?
I can't find.
So we're gonna get into this visionary vision tour, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna look at Oprah Winfrey and Tracee Ellis Ross interview. So let's get into it.
And I'm so excited about today. As Dr. Rainbow Johnson on the game-changing, culture-shifting, delightful hit show, Blackish, Tracee Ellis Ross helped create a new conversation about all
Thumbs up
that
the live
it means
as
to
come
be
in.
empowered and a Black woman in America today. She is a Golden Globe winner, a style icon. She is a global wellness influencer. Dallas, please welcome our WW 2020 Visionary Conversation, Tracee Ellis Ross!
Let's see what she's gonna talk about, guys.
But now let me hug you guys.
Woo! Tracee Ellis Ross.
Oh my goodness, look at this. This isn't a room. This is beyond a room.
It's an arena. Thank you for flying all the way to Dallas.
Oh, I would fly to Dallas for you. I'd fly to the moon.
This is actually our very first one-on-one.
Welcome to the live.
Time together.
We're watching Tracee Ellis Ross interview with Oprah Winfrey on her Vision
It's
Tour.
been so really meaningful and delightful to watch you from afar.
Thumbs it up.
Just
as you come in, please.
Just you are flourishing and flourishing into everything it means to be a woman who is completely full, as I've been talking earlier, full and filled with life to herself. And you say that you're living an abundant, you call it juicy life.
Yeah, a juicy and joyful life.
What does that look like to you?
Well, it's interesting. I feel like as I've gotten older, I've become more myself. And the more I am myself, the more my life looks like me. And it's not the same as anybody else's. And so it's been this process of first coming to know myself, then accept myself, then love myself, not on every day, be kind to myself, even when I don't feel like I want to be. And then ask myself all those questions of what I really want from my life.
That's what I've been talking about.
Yeah. Yes. And it's such an intimate journey that has taken time. Like even after I've discovered the things I like, the things I want to do, my dreams, who I am, then the courage to actually walk towards those things is in and of itself its own journey.
So I've been watching you from afar, and I've seen you do lots of things. You're the first Black woman to ever open the TED Talk. That was incredible.
Oh,
Wow, didn't know that.
One of the scarier things I've ever done.
That was fantastic. I liked that very much. I thought you were in your power. But the thing I loved so much that makes my eyes water is that speech that you did in Glamour in 2017. And you said something at that speech that reminded me of a moment that Maya Angelou had shared with me years ago. She said when she was in a really down time, and that she was with someone who said, remember, God loves you. And she said, God loves me?
Mm-hmm.
And the realization of that God,
You're all the time,
hear you
but
all
don't
the time,
realize.
but you don't realize. And
Right.
these moments, tell everybody what that was for you.
So I'm like, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm living my life. I'm like making my dreams happen. I'm putting one foot in front of the other. I'm making it all go. And then you have these moments, which actually came. I was journaling. I was in. I had broken up with somebody. We'd been broken up with each other for quite some time. And somehow I was having a ton of anxiety about telling him, again, I'm going to repeat, we had been broken up for some time. I had anxiety about telling him I wanted to date other people.
What is that?
What is that? And these are the moments that I say to myself, like, what is that? Like, you kind of question, like, what is running me right now? Like, what is this dialogue I'm having? Where did it come from? Is this some tape that's mine? Is this a cultural tape? Is this me thinking I have to ask permission of somebody to live my own life? And in my journaling, I wrote, my life is mine. And it just, I mean, I say it and it takes my breath away, because one doesn't realize really, particularly as a woman, particularly as a black and brown woman in this culture, in the swirl of patriarchy and racism and sexism and all of these things that are sort of giving us a map that is not necessarily our own, that we can actually make choices for ourselves that are not just externally for ourselves, but that actually match that very quiet voice inside our hearts. And it launched me into, honestly, the life I'm living right now.
Really? So, did you all hear that? My life is mine.
Yes.
My life.
Can't nobody live your life for you but you.
Can I just take a minute and like take a deep breath, because the echo's crazy? Like, are you used to arena talking?
A lot of people in here. 17,000 people is a lot of people. It's arena talking. We're arena talking.
It's like just a little intimate conversation.
Yes, but when that realization hit you that my life is mine, I would think that would bring tears to your eyes, and it would be the kind of thing that would be like, whoa.
It brought a lot of tears to my eyes. It also begged a lot of questions. Where
Thumbs up the live as you come in.
Life.
We're watching the Visionaries Oprah Winfrey Vision
So
Tour.
many of the
Her interview with
moments
Tracee
occur
Ellis Ross.
Are met with,
Give your comments. We're going to discuss it.
Tears.
It just started. Thumbs it
my
up
own
as you come
judgment.
in.
And then even when you have a moment like that, even when I had this moment of naming those words and holding them and hearing them, I then also didn't just do it right away everywhere.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And you know,
Moments.
it's interesting. When I did that speech, I was terrified to do it. I felt like I needed another 3 days. I knew it was too long, didn't have time to cut it down. And I kept saying to myself, you are enough just as you are. Even if you think it should be different, you get to show up just as the speech is, and that works. This is fine. But I was also terrified because I felt like there were such important things going on in the world, and I felt like this was not an important thing to talk about.
The fact that your life is yours and empowering other people to do the same, which it is really the only thing to talk about. It's the most important thing to talk about.
And it didn't even dawn on me then. Then afterwards, I had a lot of shame about having revealed something so vulnerable. And then it took me about 2 years to realize how revolutionary the thought is, particularly for a woman.
Yes.
You can applaud for that. That's for all of us. to actually live in your own life.
You know, in the 70s, speaking of living your own life and what modeling for other women is, in the 70s, for me, it was Mary Tyler Moore. Mary Richards was on TV. She was a single woman. She was a heroine, but she was a fictional character. And in 2020, I know you realize this, that a lot of single ladies point to you as an example of what being an unmarried woman would and should look like.
Especially on
Girlfriends.
Girlfriends. Especially on Girlfriends. She did.
I, like many of us, was taught to grow up dreaming of my wedding, not of my life. And I spent many years dreaming of my wedding
to the choir.
and also waiting to be chosen. Well, here's the thing. I'm the chooser.
Exactly. Speak.
And I can choose to get married if I want to, but in the meantime, I am choicefully single, happily, gloriously single.
Amen.
And I do wish there were more examples. And one of the reasons I'm okay talking about it, and by the way, My Life Is Mine, that speech really was geared towards that. I was like, I at the time was 45 years old and single, and I had just pushed out my 5th kid on television.
The irony of that.
In that context, so many people ask the question, have you ever thought about having children? Like, I mean, my child gave my life meaning. I'm like, are you saying my life is not meaningful?
Yeah.
And because of the structure that we live in, it is so easy for me to feel undermined with all the accomplishment that I've had. And my accomplishments, I don't mean the Whopper stuff. I mean, like, I take the garbage out before it stinks. Like, I eat food that's good for me. I get my sleep. I show up for my friends. And that makes a life very meaningful. And somehow the rug gets pulled out so quickly when people put me in you should be married. Why aren't you married yet? Like, what's wrong with you?
Well, I got that until my 50s, so you got a while to go.
I only have 3 years. But people might keep asking me, and I don't mind if people keep asking me, because every time they ask me, it's an opportunity for me to change the narrative and expand the story of what we can be and who we are as women.
No, I find it interesting, though. I thought what you just said is so important for people to realize, because there are some people in here right now planning weddings and not giving enough thought to the actual marriage. And you said that you grew up being prepared, like we all were, to think about the wedding day. You already knew what you were going to wear, right?
Oh my God, I was so specific. I'm going to have to wear it to my 50th birthday. I wanted to wear like a Victorian dress. We don't need to spend time on that.
Yeah, I want to know.
With a Victorian dress. I have the shoes, by the way, and I wanted to wear multiple like vintage 90s, like hang off my shoulder with a little bit of a corset and a skirt. And then I was going to change into, for the reception. Yeah. A cream suit with a wide leg trouser with a very large exaggerated cuff and a double-breasted jacket. And a satin lapel. And my man was going to be a really good hugger, but the partner that I will meet, that list has also expanded. How he hugs is important, but that I feel safe, that he's trustworthy. That we're equal partners and there's equity in our relationship, that we both get to negotiate our partnership, not by the standards of what the culture says, but instead about what's important to us about connection and relationship.
I think that's amazing. And also because I was saying earlier, a lot of people just want to be married, they want a man, but they don't have the specifics.
Oh, be specific. My mom has always said that. Be specific. Make a 5-year plan, make a list. Yeah, I need to knock it back a little bit with my list making. But can I just say, though, that I've been dying to have this conversation with you, because there are so few women who hold the space of robust, abundant lives that are not in context to a man, to someone else.
Well, thank you for that.
And I've always wanted to have the conversation because you are just a couple steps ahead of me. And I just mean in the years she's been on the planet. Thank you. And I think that it's so important for me to continue to hear different versions of what a life can be.
Well, I didn't marry because I knew that I would not be able to have the life that I had dreamed if I married. I didn't marry because I've been partnered with Sidman since 1785. And he is a wonderful man, but he is also a traditional man who had his own ideas about what being a wife was. And the moment what I realized, this is what you ought to know for yourself. I wanted to feel worthy enough to be asked. And the day he asked me, I started to feel like, oh God, what does it really mean to be married? That's when I started to ask the questions about what that really meant. And here, like you, I had all these dreams, like all girls grow up being taught that we're supposed to. So I remember the first time I heard Roberta Flack sing "First Time Ever I Saw Your Face." You all know that song? I thought, that's going to be my wedding song. That is going to be my wedding song. And I had this dream, like you, not about what to wear, but that I was going to come in a carriage. There was going to be white horses. There were going to be people literally coming with bells on, dancing on the lawn. And there were going to be trumpets. And so I gave that wedding to a friend.
I love that.
Including Roberta Flack singing "First Time Ever I Saw Your Face."
And you know what? As you were talking,
Yes.
do you know what I did?
What?
When I was nominated for the Emmy, my Emmy the first time, it had been 30 some odd years since a Black woman had been nominated in that category.
Yes.
Wow.
Actress in a comedy.
Or musical.
But I wore a white dress that was a couture Ralph Lauren dress that was made on me and for me. And I realized during that process, it was my moment to be married to my own life.
Whoa.
And to actually walk in what I had created and built. That this was a moment that was not just mine, it was all of ours, all of us who have been being the leads in our lives for eons, but somehow don't get the moment of recognition.
Right.
And I was going to marry my own self, my own experience, and live in every juicy moment of that, whether I won or not, knowing that I was holding what I wanted for all of us.
And then you won.
I didn't.
You didn't win.
Oh my God, I'm going to win now. Golden Globe. I won the
okay,
Golden Globe.
okay, Golden
Oh
Globe.
God, I wish. Can you imagine if I won that year? I would have married myself with an award. No, I won the Golden Globe. Just as good.
So you said you've had to learn to dismantle expectations of you. What does that mean?
Some of it has been my own personal expectations of myself. There's one of the things I say to myself, like sometimes what I think of myself is none of my business. Not only what other people think of me, but sometimes my own ideas of myself, like just enough. Thank you so much. Goodbye. You've had 5 minutes now. You'll need to stop. Or you can do it, but in another room, please. But really, it's been about unpacking these ideas that often I don't even know I've adopted. Ideas about who I think I should be. Like, I don't know. I used to think it was my job to be this quiet, demure, gentle woman who would listen and smile.
Where did you get that idea from?
It's all over the movies, Oprah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you're watching too much Little
Yeah.
Women. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, I laugh like this. My hair is big.
Yeah.
When I smile, my mouth opens wide. I get loud sometimes. Sometimes I'm soft, and sometimes I'm not. And I get angry, and there's all these different pieces of me, and I didn't know where they were supposed to fit. I was trying to become this thing that I thought others expected of me. And the truth is that all those things that I tried to hide about myself, I taught myself how to smile so my top lip would go away.
And how is that?
No, she did not.
Terrible. It's terrible. All these ways that we sort of
That must take a lot of practice.
I practiced. I do a lot of practice on everything. You better be practicing the right things.
Yes.
Put your habit on the right stuff, not on teaching yourself to be smaller than you are.
I want to know how your idea, that's worth applauding.
Amen.
Did you see that's worth a party?
Applauding.
Applauding. Oh, I was like, yeah, it's worth a party. I'll take it.
We'll do that too. How has your idea of beauty changed over the years?
Oh, it has really evolved.
Yeah.
I remember watching the Nina Simone documentary and thinking to myself, oh my God, why is her name not next to the word beauty? I have never seen such a woman inhabiting her skin. I mean, my whole body was sort of riveted from that. I was like, this is what I call beauty. When I see people who are just in their skin, living at that height of themselves, I am blown away. And so there's an industry around beauty that is based on telling people you need to look like that so that you can buy these things. And I just completely disagree. I feel like the industry of beauty should be based on meeting yourself. Because all of it.
And meeting yourself exactly where you are.
Where you are. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. It's my favorite. It's the fastest way to where you want to go.
Yes.
Right through where you are.
Yes.
And the moment, and it that takes me to something else, but I want to answer you about beauty, but will you remind me to say something about may I?
Okay, may I? Okay.
So, it's time for the shoes to come off.
Take them off.
She's so real.
So, beauty for me has been about discovering myself and about owning what makes me feel good, listening to what makes my heart sing, and actually meeting that person. And I find pretty is a whole different thing. Like pretty is like a thing that I don't know, you can get it in a can at 7-Eleven or something. I don't know. It's
give yourself an Instagram filter.
Yeah, and you can, it's like, but I don't want to traffic in that. I want to traffic in that stuff again that feels juicy and abundant, and that actually has the long-term run of like making you feel a certain way. And I often see myself and go, oh, wow, I feel so much prettier than I look. But at the same time, who cares?
Exactly.
There are so many things happening in life. I'm like, who cares what I look like?
That is funny because that's happened to me too.
I'm like, is that what I look like?
You see yourself, you're like, I thought I was looking better than that.
It is so, yes. And by the way, I think
has happened to me.
The mirror lies too sometimes.
Yeah.
Because in the mirror, you see your feelings.
Yes.
Right? And I'm like, yeah. And then you get on the red carpet or whatever, and then you get home and you're like, oh. Okay.
I read where you told Health Magazine that one of the good things that you do is you talk nice to your body. What does that sound like?
Well, that's in contrast to the other language happening.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know, I try really hard. Like there's sometimes where I'm like, we're not gonna do that. Because I feel like often I'm like squeezing myself everywhere. Like just squeezing it. And getting older is fascinating.
Isn't it?
Yeah. It really is.
I don't know.
It's just different, isn't it?
It is. And nobody talks about it because everybody wants to be stopped in their Botox tracks.
Oh, just stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I say with Botox? I'm like, no. Laugh. Wash your face. Change your underwear. Look at a tree. Come on. You know what I mean? Like, but really, because if we spend so much time thinking about and talking about what we look like, how are we going to do all the other things we need to be doing?
It's right.
It's hard. And I get it because you want to feel good. I personally, I work out a lot because I like to feel strong. In order to get through a 15-hour day, I got to feel strong. You know, that's why I eat good food when I'm working because I got to feel strong. Otherwise, you wilt.
How do you refill your bucket? Because listen, every time we see you out on the carpet or out in the world, you come with this vibrancy full of life. I know it cannot be that way all the time. So how do you renew?
A lot. I have an arsenal of tools. But because of how busy and full my life is, time seems to be the thing, right? There's just never enough of it. So I have learned that, and by the way, it's full with such good things. Yeah, it's like dreaming.
It's like a big adventure.
It's like just a joyful thing, which, by the way, in and of itself can be scary. You know, when the dreams happen, sometimes it's like, okay, can I really do this? But in that, I have found that doing my best to stay present is my biggest gift. And staying present for me often means going slowest parts of myself. Moving, a really practical one. It's gonna sound crazy, but peeing when I have to pee. All of us do it. We forget, we hold it. It's really intimate and weird, but like it's one of the ways that I know I'm like present with myself, holding space for myself, and like really taking care of myself. I try to eat really well. Sometimes my mind starts moving as fast as my day and as fast as all the things I need to be doing. So soup is really helpful.
I love soup.
Soup is a very meditative experience.
Because you can't eat it moving around.
Nope.
Have to sit down
and eat it. And I don't drink a soup. Get a spoon.
Get a spoon. That's what I do too.
You got to blow on it. Then you got to put it in your mouth. Then you got to swallow it. 'Cause I don't know, but you can chew really fast and not really chew. Yeah, but like soup, there's like a whole. I define meditation while I'm doing it, which is so much
being fully present.
Being fully present.
Being fully present.
So eating soup is really helpful. I love a bath. I often have to wake up for work at 4:30 in the morning, and sometimes I will take a bath at 4:30 in the morning because it doesn't like shock me into my day. It just gently moves me into my day. I have really good tribe of girlfriends and friends around me that are
just weren't on the show for nothing. Yes.
That mirror back to me the truth of who I am when I can't see it. That love me when I can't feel like I can't love myself. I'm really close to my siblings. Rhonda and Ross are here.
Rhonda and Ross, where are you guys?
So I have Rhonda, my older sister, me, then Chudney, my younger sister, then Ross and Evan.
I didn't know she had so many siblings.
And Evan a lot. Chudney and Ross, we don't talk as much. They're not as talkative, but they are heart people. So
which brings me to this. You were just saying all the incredible things that are happening in your life. Was there a moment or a time where you weren't so sure that you would be able to step into your own shoes? Because I can imagine growing up with the legendary Diana Ross being your drink-o-mat, being your mom. That were there times you felt like you were in the shadow, or did you always feel like you were in the light?
I always say, and I don't just say it, I mean it. I felt like I grew up in her embrace, not in her shadow, in her love and in her care. My mom is extraordinary, and the Diana Ross people know, like the mom doesn't. Diana Ross doesn't hold a candle to my mom. I'll just say that. No.
Wow.
She's top line mommy.
Top line mommy. May I just say this to you? I've said this to your mother. In all the years I've done interviews, I've only been nervous 3 times in my life. The first was with your mother, and the first is with your mother, because when your mother was on the Ed Sullivan Show with Diana Ross and the Supremes the very first time, it was a legendary moment. And those of you who are old enough to have been colored people and then Negroes, you know that was back in the day when we would call people and say, color people on right now. Ed Sullivan, color people on. And you call everybody, by the time you finish calling everybody color people on, they'd be off. But the first time I saw her on that show, I felt like that Nikki Giovanni poem. Where the girl went to Sunday school and heard about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. She said she heard about all of them in the fire, and then she heard of Sheba, who was black and comely, and she said, I want to be like that. And the first time I saw your mother, that planted the seed inside me that something else was possible for my life. That's what your mother did for me.
Yes.
That is what she did for me. And I honestly do not think I would be who I am, where I am, with all that I have learned and gained had there not been Diana Ross. Had there not been Diana Ross. So, I know she's bigger as a mummy, but for
Yes.
me and the rest of the world, what she meant to us.
And
Okay?
so, to answer your question, first of all, thank you for sharing that. And I don't take that lightly, and I haven't in my life taken that lightly. And as a result, interesting being your kid. Like, will I be able to find my own space?
Mhm.
And I always felt I could feel the energy coming at me,
Mhm.
but I knew that the energy was coming at me because I was a piece of something, someone that other people loved.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to find my own thing so that I was deserving of any attention that came at me, so that it didn't feel like I was a fraud in the light. And my journey, and part of the reason my mom is such an extraordinary mom is because she really, all five of us are so different, and she's really given us the love, the breadth, the safety to find our own space and journey.
So she mothers you all differently.
Yeah, but the same. You can tell we're all the same mommy. In terms of the way we walk through the world, the way we interact with people. I don't know if I could sit here and do all of that. Let's think. I don't know if I could articulate that in a quick way, but finding my own space and my own self has not been in response to my mom, but there was a part of me that I hit off, even though it was my original dream, which was to sing.
It was?
Yeah. So, I've done well as a comedy lady. You know what I mean? And then I started this journey of finding my own voice and realizing that I had a socially active voice and a political voice. And as a woman, just finding my ability to use my voice and to speak up for myself and others. But there was this little girl in me whose original dream was to be on a stage in a sparkly dress singing.
And so did you hide that because your mom?
I don't think it was on purpose.
Yeah.
I think it was very unconscious that I tucked her away. It felt dangerous. It felt like I was going to be obliterated and compared. I remember early on there was an interview you did with Lisa Marie Presley, and I felt like, oh, that's a scary place to be in, the comparison. And I somehow I just tucked her away. But it's been a dream of mine. And at 47, like this year, two of my biggest fears and dreams have happened. And so I'll backtrack to about what was 2007. Obama started campaigning. And right before that, because I've said I meditate a lot and I journal and I do all these things, right? So I was sitting under my tree in my backyard. I'm very big with trees. I find them to be some of the wisest of beings on this planet.
Where they don't talk back?
They just really, I learned so much from them. So I'm sitting under what I call it was my tree in my backyard, and I was meditating, and this came out. Pop, 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 I found my voice. Pop, 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 I found my voice. And I was like, okay. I don't know what that means. I went upstairs, and an hour later, they called to ask me to campaign for Obama. And I started this journey of living a space louder than my own experience, using my voice for more than just myself. Then about 8-9 months ago, a year ago, I guess it is now, a movie came along to sing.
And you said yes.
Yeah, I said yes.
Okay.
It's hard. Can you tell how hard it is for me to talk about this? I'm sweating right now, first of all, and I feel so inarticulate.
No. And you said yes, even
And
though
I said
you were
yes,
scared.
even though I was terrified, even though I'd never sang publicly, even though no one had ever heard me sing, even though every time, this makes me cry, every time there was a moment to sing with other people, I would make it funny because that way people wouldn't listen with the "You're Diana Ross's kid" ear. Right? So another way I hid myself, and it was as if I was walking around with not all of me, because there was a part of me that I wanted to shine, that I wanted to live, that wasn't. So it was like there was an arm tied behind my back. So I did this movie, and I play a singing star, and I had to record 7 songs.
Whoa.
And it comes out in May.
Okay.
Oh my.
And
She
it
got
was
a play coming out in May.
during the process. It was strange. I don't seem to get scared
A
while I'm
movie.
in the
She's
process. I
singing
get scared after.
in May.
So
That people are going to hear it.
just in general, like I do scary things, and I'm like, just go, jump off the cliff, go. And then I get to the other side. I'm like, what did I just do? That was terrifying.
You're that person. Okay.
And so there were moments during the movie that during the movie I wasn't frightened, but what I was doing was stepping into all of me.
Mm-hmm.
I was taking my most terrified, like, little girl and bringing her forward and saying, "Sweetheart, you can do this."
Now, what happened when you told your mother? And so, did you hide that because your mom is?
I think it was on purpose.
Yeah.
I think it was very unconscious that I tucked her away. It felt dangerous. It felt like I was going to be obliterated.
I seen that last week. I talked about that last week.
Remember early on, there was an interview you did with
I think that,
Lisa Marie Presley.
got to own for your wrongdoing.
And I felt like, that's
So
a
you got to
scary
own
place
up to
be
your
in.
wrongdoings.
The comparison. And I just tucked her away. But it's been a dream of mine. And at 47, like this year, 2 of my biggest fears and dreams have happened. And so I'll backtrack to about what was 2007. Obama started campaigning. And right before that, because I've said I meditate a lot and I journal and I do all these things, right? So I was sitting under my tree in my backyard. I'm very big with trees. I find them to be some of the wisest of beings on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
They just really, I learned so much from them. So I'm sitting under what I call it was my tree in my backyard, and I was meditating, and this came out. Pop, 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 I found my voice. Pop, 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 pop,
She could sing.
Pop, I found my voice.
Well, she said
And I
that,
was like, okay.
she was kind of
I don't know
like
what that means. I went
hiding it
upstairs, and an
because she
hour
was
later they called to
Diana
ask
Ross
me
voice,
to
because people,
campaign
what if
for Obama.
people think she couldn't sing?
And I started this journey of living a space louder than my own experience.
Right.
Using my voice for more than just myself. Then about 8-9 months ago, a year ago, I guess it is now, a movie came along to sing.
And you said yes.
Yeah, I said yes. It's hard. Can you tell how hard it is for me to talk about this? I'm sweating right now, first of all, and I feel so inarticulate.
No. And you said yes.
And I said yes, even though I was terrified, even though I'd never sang publicly, even though no one had ever heard me sing, even though every time, this makes me cry, every time there was a moment to sing with other people, I would make it funny, because that way people wouldn't listen with the "You're Diana Ross's kid" ear.
Right.
Right. So another way I hid myself, and it was as if I was walking around with not all of me, because there was a part of me that I wanted to shine, that I wanted to live, that wasn't. So it was like it was an arm tied behind my back. So I did this movie, and I play a singing star, and I had to record 7 songs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And it comes out in May.
Oh my.
And it was, during the process, it was strange. I don't seem to get scared while I'm in the process. I get scared after.
That people are going to hear it.
Just in general, like I do scary things, and I'm like, just go, jump off the cliff, go. And then I get to the other side, I'm like, what did I just do? That was terrifying.
You're that person. Okay.
And so there were moments during the movie that during the movie I wasn't frightened, but what I was doing was stepping into all of me. I was taking a terrified like little girl and bringing her forward and saying, "Sweetheart, you can do this."
Yes.
Now, what happens when you told your mother?
Okay, so it was okay. Now I will cry. This was one of the most beautiful moments of my life.
Okay, let's listen to
So,
it.
I don't know if you guys know this, but listening to music in your car is the best place to listen to your music. So I was like, "Mom, I'm ready." She's like, "You're ready for what?" I'm like, "I'm ready for you to hear it." Okay. I was like, "I'm going to pick you up." So I picked her up and we sat in her driveway in my car. She came out of the house. She came out of the garage, got in my car, closed the windows. And I was like, "Okay, here it is, Mom. Here's me."
Oh,
And you
don't
can imagine,
cry.
we all have fears. We all have these things that we've hidden in a way that we think are not worthy of coming forward because they might not be good enough. They might be compared to somebody else. And I had to realize that it's not the sound of my voice. It's the honesty of my voice that is the key. I'm not supposed to sound like my mom. I'm not even supposed to be her. I can't fill her shoes. No one can fill her shoes. All I can do is make a pact with myself to be myself on the ground that I get, and even make more ground for me. You know what I mean? It's just
Yes.
get away. And so I got her in the car, and the first note happened, and she was on this side, so she pushed my arm, and then she turned to me, and her face was covered in tears, and she said, "Finally."
Oh, she knew you had it the whole time.
That's a good life moment. That's a good life moment.
Yeah.
That leaves me speechless. That's really a good life moment. I can just see that. That's incredible. You told me to remind you to say may I. May I.
Thank you. Okay, so what were we talking about at the time? But it made sense then. Well, I can do it now. So a lot of people use the affirmations "I am."
Yes.
And they worked for me for a minute, but they also the fastest place to where fastest way to where you want to go. So the fastest place to where I want to go is through where I am. And I discovered that the space between where I am and where I want to be is often the thing that frightens me the most. So
say that again.
Where I am and where I want to be is that space in
the
between.
middle. Yeah. Okay.
Is actually that scary space. I want to sing. How in God's name do I get there? How do I face this fear? So what I discovered is if I break it down to the bite-sized pieces and give it a may I as opposed to an I am, the may I offers a gentle invitation while honoring where I am and gently inviting me to where I want to go. So may I know that I am a singer allows me to not feel like a singer. May I know that I'm worthy of love without effort allows me to gently move my way there. And for me, for example, fun is a tough one because I always feel like there's something I should be doing.
Yes.
So may I know that I can experience fun. And then it allows me to break those pieces down even smaller. Like, may I do things that feel lighthearted? May I do things that make me smile as opposed to this big, scary thing that's over here.
Yes.
And I like that because it's gentler.
Yeah.
Because, oftentimes you're doing an affirmation. I am beautiful.
Yeah, and then you're like, I don't feel beautiful.
And then you're looking back at yourself going,
yeah.
You can say that all day long.
Yeah. And our words are so important. The way we use them. And one of my biggest, most regular prayers is gentle, gentle. And I got to say it twice because just once, sometimes I don't hear it. Gentle, gentle, Tracee. Give yourself 1,000 breaks and then give yourself 1,000 more.
And have you reached that point that I was speaking of earlier and that Lady Gaga shared with us in Fort Lauderdale of radical acceptance?
Radical acceptance.
No, they already had
Gentle acceptance, real acceptance, honest acceptance, yes. I feel like for me, the journey is mostly about wholeness and making space for all of the many mixed bag of feelings.
I think that's so important too, Tracee, because so many people are striving for, particularly women, perfection, getting this right,
Got
getting
me in so much trouble.
when really the goal is to be whole.
Yeah. And, you know, it's how I met loneliness. Loneliness was this big, scary monster for me for so long. This thing that I was always running from. Like, but I'll be lonely. But if I don't do anything for my birthday, if someone doesn't plan something for my birthday, like this thing. Like, or, well, I'm single. Well, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. Who's going to take care of me? But I've answered all those questions. And I've realized that, like, the wholeness makes space for all of it. I can feel scared that I'm going to be lonely, and I can also ask myself, but don't you like being alone?
Don't you like being with those
I love
trees?
it. So
Those
the trees, choiceful solitude. I talk for a living. It's wonderful to be quiet. I love it. It feels really good. But so all these ways that wholeness kind of gives me the biggest of containers to hold the truth of my experience as opposed to this idea of what I'm supposed to be living. And that feels so much better. Even wellness sometimes, even people saying, well, you're looking for a balanced life. I'm like, well, sometimes it's not very balanced. Like, how do I be with myself when it doesn't feel balanced? How do I love myself even when I feel like I'm unlovable?
Mm-hmm.
What are those steps that I take? What are the like daily actions that I can take? And I feel like that is one of the benefits, the beauties of being single. Like, I have time to ponder these things, and I get to be choiceful about who I spend my time with and how I spend my time, because there's no given. There's no like, I gotta go do this. And when my dog passed away, like, I haven't been ready to find a new partner.
I might do The Rock.
That little love of my life.
Yeah.
The Rock, she did
But,
interview
you know,
The
I don't
Rock.
have to wake up and walk her. I don't
So I
have
may
to.
just watch The Rock,
So I
but
get
I'm
to be
gonna
choiceful about the day I'm
into
living and how I'm
listening
doing all
to the
that.
lady that.
Well, I know you had a
mama said
20-year
listen
dream
to.
to create a company that fully represented our individual
Hey,
beauty.
Coco, how you
And
doing?
let me tell you, I got the pattern in my dressing room, and I was using
Oprah,
it.
that
Yes,
looks like it may
absolutely.
be some
Tell
weeds.
us
I'm
about
sorry.
that dream. That comes out
Yeah.
of acceptance.
Tracee Ellis Ross,
The truth
that's
is,
her
I
hair.
tell the story through all aspects, the same story through all aspects of my life.
Who?
Joyful self-acceptance.
Oh, she met her
and,
mama married a white man.
allowing us to take up our own space.
So all of her, like, it's like
So
5 of them, all of
Pattern
them are
is
mixed.
a hair company for curly, coily, and tight textured hair.
Oh, I didn't
A
know
space,
that.
a mass of people, a community of individuals that I am a part of that have mirrored back loving myself to me, that are not serviced by the beauty industry. 10 years ago, when I finished on Girlfriends, I wrote a hair care brand pitch, and it's taken me 10 years to get it off the ground. Some of it is the fact that the world has now awakened to our power and our beauty and our glory and the gravity-defyingness of our hair. But Pattern has 2/3 missions. One is to create effective products that work and are not toxic, that are good for your hair and actually make it juicy and joyful.
Juicy's the word.
Juicy's the word. And the other is to change the paradigm for how we as curly, coily, and tight textured people, because I don't believe hair has a gender, are marketed to, so that we can actually love the way our hair authentically comes out of our heads and see another space and other imagery that actually matches up with our beauty
This
and our
how Jayla
glory
hair is
and all
curled
of that.
up.
So it has happened,
Yeah,
and it
that's why I hate
is
her
so
hair straight,
exciting,
so.
and I love being a CEO and founder.
I'm gonna get it
I love using
blowed
my
out
brain in
for
this
Easter.
way. It's similar to the directing and the
Easter, I know
producing.
she
Like,
gonna get her hair
it's so
blown
much
out.
fun.
I was going to ask you when you're directing, because you directed how many episodes now?
2 episodes of Blackish, one of Girlfriends.
Okay, so when you're directing, Is it harder to direct other people who you're usually working with, or hard to direct yourself in that?
I think it's hard to direct myself.
Yeah.
Mostly because I'm such a difficult actress. No, no, because it's a different part of my brain. As an actress, I act from my heart and my gut. And as a director, it's my mind and my eyes.
Mhm.
So the gear switch is really difficult. So I prefer if I'm not in it.
You do.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
really played a
Yeah.
great role of
And so-
But I like being in charge.
Do you like? I was going to say, do you like being the boss?
Very much so.
Cheesy.
I think I was raised to be one. A boss.
Oh, it's been
lady.
great,
I would say
Coco.
you have filled your own shoes
Just
beyond.
Cooked a little late,
Step
getting
back
ready
and
to
look at your life. from
Jamel
the
said, "Hey, Coco."
long
I got the
lens.
party.
What stands out as the thing you're
Jayla
most
said, "Hey."
proud
I
of
see.
in continuing
I can't
to
see.
become more of yourself?
I think
I can't see.
You can see yourself. Say hey.
Hey, Coco, I got the party.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna end this right here. The kids they getting a little restless, so I'm done with that. So basically, this was a pretty decent interview with Tracee Ellis Ross. Excuse this.
Hey, Coco, I got the party.
Boy, but just love on yourself. You don't have to rush to be with anybody. Take care of yourself. Love on yourself. And you'll be okay.
Jamel going to church.
We did go to church today, y'all.
Jamel quiet.
Jamel.
Jamel
Guys.
quiet.
Guys, what? Guys, number one birthday.
We are still on the way to 500 subscribers. We're almost there, but I'm not trying to rush to get anything. And also, since we watched that, I did decide today to join the Word of Life Church today. I did tell the pastor that I wanted to join his church. And so I am in March. They will be I will be, I guess, going up and becoming a member of Word of Life Church. God set it up that today was the day. He was sitting at the church. I don't like to walk up in front of people, so I was real nervous about going up there and telling him that I wanted to join the church. So he was at the door, and God was like, in my mind, Monica, just go ahead and tell him you want to join his church. So I joined his church, and he had asked me. He said, well, what brought you here? I said, I seen a little pamphlet and it was in my truck. And then he was like, well, what make you want to? I never had somebody ask me that. What make you want to come to my church? What makes me want you to join and participate in my church? And I just told him, I said, I resonate with you. I told him, I like the way that you speak. The way you speak, it touches me. It resonates with me, and I can understand the words that you put it out. I said, because you put it in a term to where I can get it. See, when that's what you need to search for when you're looking for a church home. You need to be under a leadership that can resonate with you. Everybody is not meant for everybody. And I understand that, you know what I'm saying? Someone else's, I may not like somebody else's teaching, but I like this man's teaching. And it go anywhere. Like it, at the end of the day, we all got one goal. And we all trying to make it to heaven. And a lot of us ain't going. I ain't saying I'm going, but I'm gonna try to get myself together enough to go. But he did also, he also was speaking on let me get my Bible out. I ain't gonna tear it too long with you guys. Let me see what it was Matthew. Hold on, just bear with me, y'all. It's in my notes. Okay. Matthew 27. Matthew 27, 35 through 46. It says faith and fame are both developed in the dark room. So what he's saying is he was just telling us that there's a lot of people that's living in darkness and ain't being real about their darkness and their faith and what they're going through. You're not being real about it. You're not being real about some of the things that you're going through in life. God never said that you was never going to go through anything, but you have to realize that you have to lean and depend on him to get you out that darkness, because he said that he don't say darkness. He said he don't say darkness is depression no more. He said you just going through a dark time to where you need to, he said, be quiet, go in a quiet area and just talk to God. You got something to say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, I didn't know.
Oh. Well, and I just, me myself, I understand that because I have went through some dark times, and I just, what I'm saying, sometimes I just cry it out and be like, I'm gonna be okay. I just have to pray and talk to God about my situation. And then he was also saying that, you sometimes people, you can have a dark cloud over you. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all, I had went to a church, and this is a church I went to before. It was called Pentecostal Oklahoma, and somebody prophesied to me, and this was the time, I'm gonna be honest, when I was with my kid's father, and he told me, he said, baby, he said, you have a dark cloud over your life. He said, you will not move forward in life until you remove that dark cloud. And I was like, well, I don't have no dark cloud. I don't have no dark cloud. I said, I was fighting it and fighting it and fighting it and fighting it.
Ain't no dark cloud on you like that. You wouldn't know what it is. It's the expression on your face.
Yeah, it's the way you look and the way you carry. And that's another thing that Pastor Galloway said. He said you could tell when you could just. He said he could feel somebody's spirit. A negative energy or a negative vibe.
I don't feel no negative. I can just, you know what I told you?
What?
It was all about the attitude.
Yeah.
It's just like they were here. When you're short with people, I can tell when you ain't happy.
Yeah.
You're happy now.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying because you got put that trash out. Garbage. When you have garbage in the life, you put it out. Don't smell much garbage.
Yeah, it do. It
do. Sweep it all out.
Yeah.
That I just want to put that in there for you.
Yeah.
Stuff out your life that ain't working out. That's what garbage is.
Yeah.
Something that ain't working out.
Yeah. Something that is not work. You just have to, like the pastor said today, just cut it out. Just cut it. And I had to cut a friend, like I had to cut a friend off, I consider her somebody that was close to me. I had to cut her off because, I felt like, if you speak to someone in a way that's not good and speaking negative and I know behind my back you probably just talking about me like I'm nothing. But you know what? I said, I'm just going to remove you and your negative energy and the negative vibes that you bring. So I removed that. And then, what I'm saying? I knew I did a good thing because I don't miss them. I don't long for them. I don't want to talk to them. I'm just content with it being the way that it is. And that's just how I feel. I never cut a person out of my life unless I need to, unless they show me that they ain't worth dealing with, and they don't respect me and my friendship and what I bring to our friendship, to a relationship, to the motherhood, to sisterhood. That's how I look at it. Yeah, it's a two-way street. A relationship is a two-way street, and friendship is a two-way street.
What I told you, I said, you putting out more.
Yeah, if you
putting out more than what
and and then they expect you to do just drop everything for them, and then you know what I'm saying, and you got kids and things you got to handle, but you're supposed to just drop everything, and then if you don't drop everything, they be like, well, I'm not your friend no more. I'm done with you. Well, bye. That's the way I look at it. Bye. Yeah. It's like we just gonna dead that situation. That's like either with relationship. That's why I say I'm not that's why I encourage, that's why I'm so for in women empowerment, because us women, we go through so much. And I realize, like Tracee Ellis Ross, I am the one that makes the decision who's worth my time. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people that we dealing with on a daily basis that trying to come in our life, and some people ain't worth it. Some people ain't worth the time dealing with.
Even family.
Yep, even family.
You have to cut them off.
Yes, Coco, the bad energy is real. Yes. That's why I say I try to stay away from negative people and negative energy. I don't have time for that. If you feel the need to be negative, sometimes you don't need that negative. You don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Me, like I know for a fact, like if somebody is hurt, sometimes I feel that hurt and it just gets all over me, and I be crying with them and praying with them because I feel they hurt. Some people ain't like that, but what I know that I feel it. And you just have to just pray your way on through. I'm learning and every day, you're something different. You're going through something different. You recognizing something different. You're growing. And also the pastor was telling us that as ministers, they go through darkness too, because they have so much, how can I put that? They have so much expectations on them.
That's why you shouldn't put it on.
Yeah, that's why, I don't put too much expectation on the man that's standing right there teaching me about Christ, because at the end of the day, he human too. He can fail. Because it's many out there, we know.
See, if you put him up there, and then when they do something.
Yeah, you put him up there on the pedestal, and then when he fall down,
then, I know.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't no good sitting there cheating on his wife and fooling with the members of the church. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth.
So I don't put.
No, because he human. Sometimes we live in the flesh.
Like
we live in the flesh.
The Bible said, put your confidence in no man.
No.
So you put your confidence in a man, guess what? You're going to be disappointed.
Yes, always. That's why I try not to depend on nobody to get me through. I depend on myself, and I depend on God to get me through. Yeah, because I tell you, you know what I'm saying? We as people, we put too much expectations on that man up there preaching them, talking them Bible scriptures and telling us things. Yes, you're supposed to be under great leadership, but he has to be right with God, and he also is a man, and he will fail. I ain't gonna say he's gonna fall all the time, but he is a man, and sometimes we live in the flesh and not of the spirit. I'm not trying to say I'm some type of perfect person, because I'm not. I got a lot of things I have to work on too, but what I'm saying is, don't put basically with my aunt, because this is my auntie that's talking. Don't put too much expectations on people.
Because they'll disappoint you.
Yeah, they'll disappoint you.
That's a guarantee.
Yeah.
You. Even me.
Yeah.
You could know the Bible back and front. They don't mean nothing if you ain't
No, not if you're not living it.
You can live it and still things happen.
Yeah.
You can fall, leave it.
Because he was just saying that, you know, the man, one preacher, a preacher called him and said that, oh, I'm finna quit. Oh, I'm finna quit. I'm finna quit being a pastor because of all the, you know, got too much on you. I'm finna quit.
All of it.
Yeah, that's why he said, whatever you doing, don't quit it. Just work on it. Work on it more like this YouTube stuff. It be days I want to quit. I'm like, Lord, I'm trying to make it to this 500, and I ain't made it this yet. I said, I'm finna quit. That's when I first started. I was like, I'm not finna get no subscribers. That's that negative thought. I ain't forgetting nobody finna watch me and subscribe to me.
Oh my God.
I'm just
Look, if you have a one subscriber,
but what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? You just keep striving. He said, he was just saying, keep going forward with what you want to do. And he said, at the end, it's going to be light at the end of that tunnel. You just got to keep pushing through it. And I'm going to tell a story. This dude, sometimes this being on here on YouTube is a struggle because to me, it's like, you know, don't nobody know you. You got to get to know people. And then
let's talk about things like when you go out there, you try to get to know somebody. You first got to show yourself some kind of way.
Yeah,
as yourself.
Right, as myself. I'm gonna be real. Like me, I always try to be my authentic self. I don't want nobody like you say, like they say, everybody ain't meant for everybody. If you don't want to be my YouTube subscriber, that's fine.
Regardless, you talk to them on there or in person out there.
Yeah,
people gonna have something to say.
Yeah,
regardless you're good or bad or whatever.
Yeah,
so do what you do.
Yep.
Don't worry about the riffraff.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know, like what the past saying is like, just keep striving because it is light at the end of the tunnel. You gonna get to that goal that you want to get to.
I got goals.
Yeah, everybody should have goals.
I'm talking about what I'm going through.
Yeah.
With sickness, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, but I still smiling because I got something to look forward to.
Yes, every day wake up and just look forward to just being alive. If that's one thing, seeing your children, seeing your children, being able to go to work. Many people don't even have jobs. You know what I'm saying? Being able to like walk. There's many people up in this world that's not walking, laying in a hospital bed. My brother, he just got over pneumonia. He was laying in a hospital bed for 2 whole weeks. Ain't never seen my brother that sick in his life. I have never seen my brother that sick. Though I say one day you can be up and the next day you can be down. So you just have to just keep prayed up and ask God for strength to just keep on pushing you through.
But make sure when you come out praying, be right when you do it.
Yeah. Have a sincere heart. Very sincere.
And be right. Sincere ain't necessarily what it's talking about. Where it comes out, you got to be doing God said. Anybody just can't do it. You know, we tell people that. Get in the Bible and read.
Yeah.
I give you a scripture. John 9:31.
John 9:31.
Let me read it for yourself.
Let me read John 9:31.
You can read it too.
Let's see what John 9:31 say.
That's talking about praying.
Okay, John 9:31 says, now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth.
But you hear a lot of people, I'm a child of God, seem to be wagging their head and getting upset and all that.
Yeah.
I give you that. So if you want to argue with somebody, then you go argue with God. Keep arguing with me. Them his words, not mine.
Yeah. Because it's like the pastor saying, people be all on fake book. You know, you can portray a way on Facebook, but so because it be us. Sometimes people be, and I ain't gonna tell you. Sometimes I'll get out of character a little bit, but some people be like, "Oh, I love the Lord." Then the next post you see, FDMFers.
Yes, but the Bible said the same not perceived cursing and blessing.
Yeah.
Bless you, Monica. And the next one will cut you out.
Yeah. I be like, Lord, I'm just for the ups. I'm for the
You know what I do? I get fast. If I see some more
You just keep strolling.
keep strolling, then guess what I do? Click. Yeah, you got time for that. I don't.
Jesus, it's the truth, Lord. The truth is the light.
I like looking at reading, but when it get out of hand, I ain't fooling with it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It can become a way of being derogatory. Just like I've been here on this YouTube and one time these big YouTubers they got into it because just
No, it's YouTube.
yeah, like YouTube. I'm like,
It's just a friendly thing to get on there.
yeah, get on and just watch and try to enjoy people. Ain't nothing. This should be nothing negative, but you won't believe how many people get on here and be negative.
And trying to get a date.
Yeah. That was a bad experience for me too. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, these people.
Trying to get a date and then I'm gonna thumb you down.
Yeah, and when you don't give them no play, they're gonna thumb you down. Baby, any negative to me, I consider a positive. Believe that.
Look at him. He give you thumb down, I give you 2 clicks.
Exactly. Exactly.
We'll say, I'm your bad guy. Click, click.
Exactly. Ooh. Yes, that's the sad part about it, try to create what it was. I think he was just trying to create some YouTube drama. He thought I was gonna make a video about him so he can get some clicks, but he wasn't worth it. Ain't nobody worth your getting out of character for. I noticed. I've been on that. I ain't finna go to jail or lose my cool for nobody. Ain't nobody worth that. But yeah, this world is crazy.
They need Jesus. That's what they need.
They need Jesus.
Yes, they do. Really, they do. Because if everybody would get it, it ain't gonna happen. Everybody would just join in and do what God said to killing, all that.
But we know the Bible speak of these things.
Yeah.
So
I just said that just speak.
Yeah.
I know. I said it wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah. Just like I had seen these videos. I seen one on YouTube that was talking about this coronavirus. And this how it spreads, like people just intentionally sneezing on, like, the elevator. You know how people touch the baby. I'm gonna get some gloves. Something. I said, Lord, I ain't trying to go to no hospital. People crazy. People do stuff just to be doing stuff to be evil because they got it.
Well, I guess you gonna get it too. Probably try to walk out the whole time. That's good.
It's a sad situation. It's a sad situation.
I got enough. Nothing to add on top of what I got.
Yeah, I was like, Lord, and then I had watched another video last night, and they were just saying like how in China they are not helping these people that are sick. Because they feel like, and anybody that's speaking against them and stuff like that, they kill them. I heard now. I might be wrong. Allegedly. Allegedly.
You like Wendy Williams?
Who? Wendy Williams?
Yes, you do that too.
What?
When she said something, that she don't know exactly. She put that in.
But yep. True.
I believe it.
Yeah, I believe, people, what I'm saying? I had seen a video like that. The lady found out she had coronavirus and she went on the elevator and she sneezed on each and every one of she bodily fluid on these elevator numbers. And here comes somebody right behind her.
Click.
Yeah. Click. And then think about, you got to say, for instance, you don't wash your hands before eating, or you might have just coughed or did this or that. You could get coronavirus.
It sounds like smothering here or something.
Jamel, what you doing?
Nothing. Just spinning around.
But yeah,
Just spinning around.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I'm about to watch my. I think Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming on tonight. I'm going to definitely watch that tonight. I am definitely going to watch that tonight. I got to see what's going on with that. But yeah, and I will be doing. We will be watching. I forgot who my mom told me. It's a lady, TD Jake's daughter. What's her name? TD Jake's daughter. She is a. They said she is a very powerful speaker, and I want to hear her. TD Jake's daughter. Let me see it. Let me see. What's her name? Oh, her name is Sarah Jakes Roberts. I will be listening to her. Yeah, her name. I did not know TD Jakes had a daughter that do speaking. That's a a minister or something. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
You don't watch TD Jake?
Yeah.
Coco, you don't watch TV? Really? Girl, I had to get it in every now and then. I don't watch TV often either. Really, I just pay a cable bill for nothing. Because only people that really watch TV is Jamel and Jayla, and they watch Netflix. But yeah, I do watch Atlanta Housewives. I do watch Black Ink Crew, New York, Chicago, and Love and Hip Hop New York. But and I do like watching the news. But you can get an antenna to watch the news.
Because they not good. They started from now it's like they cut everything. I'm talking
What?
kind of 90s.
Oh, they could have. They said that they went over to another broadcasting company. That's what I seen on Facebook now. I don't know.
I don't know about any flex on that.
Yeah. Well, Coco, we will like next Thursday or Friday be looking at one of her YouTube videos, and we just gonna have some little commentary about that. Just trying to come up, I'm trying to. I don't know, I don't know if I really found my niche yet, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be mukbanging, motivational talk, and getting on the line saying whatever. But I'm gonna do what I gotta do because I enjoy this and I like talking to people and I like talking. Dude, I'm just a talkative person. I love to talk. I love to laugh. I love to get to know other people. I'm not one of them people that I try not to judge people. Never that. I try never, cause like everybody is made different. I'm learning that. Everybody ain't made like me. And so I'm learning to just get to know people for who they are. And I just want somebody to do the same for me. Yep. So what everybody been doing today? Coco, what you been doing today? You ain't even went live today. I forgot you said you were gonna take a break. Yeah, like yesterday, people were spending people crazy. People would come on your live and spam your chat. They would do that. Just racist. Some people would do some. Your neck is black. Somebody wrote. I said, Lord, no, he did not. These folks is sad and pitiful.
I seen somebody. What was that? It was that girl that had a certain kind of disease. Her face looked old, and she was real skinny looking in the face. And I seen it on 1 Hour People.
I am Coco.
Seen it on 1 Hour People. Our people.
Doing what?
Thought it was Brittany. She waiting for you, JD.
Really?
Yes. This girl had a handicap.
No, that's why I said they do. Get up out the bed, girl, and cook something. Well, they do a lot of bullying on social media. They really do. I don't try to bully nobody. And some people are like, I'm finna expose you. When they hear that go, such and such and such and such, she this and she this and she that and she this and she that. And then And here come the mom. Some your friend, girl, you know you don't need to get out of character like that. You need to take that down. And then they'll let it stay up enough for everybody to see it, and then they'll take it down eventually.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you see it first.
Yeah, and then sometimes I ain't gonna tell no story. If it's about me, I might step out here, but look, you ain't. I'm gonna tell you. Look, I'm gonna defend myself. But you know what I'm saying?
I ignore.
Yeah, you was. Yeah, it was. There they was, Coco. Yeah, it was, Coco. They was deep.
No, she's gonna tell me that. Jamel, remember she's a girl. Stop it.
Hello, Captain Boy USA. How you doing? How was your day? You have a good weekend?
I can see. Mama can help.
What you need to help me for? What you need to help me for?
I'm seeing. Hi.
What you want to talk about, Jay? What you want to talk about, Jay?
And this is my Elsa shirt come with my office. Somebody have a baby.
Good go.
Somebody have a baby.
Sit down. Sit down.
Down on YouTube.
But
Come on, Jay, about to get down. Hey, come on, let's put a cover.
there's some more cover in the room. But yeah,
I got some cover because
I hope everybody had a good week. Now y'all, I promise you, I ain't having. I'm not having any more children. Anybody have more than 2 children?
Sorry, guys.
Thank God, you got a lot of patience. Like, have it. Like, oh my God, like having kids, baby. And you make sure when you do have children, you have the one with the correct kind of person that's really gonna be really, really in your kids' life, being really want to be a father. Because I'm gonna tell you,
Mama, look at me. I got big hair.
yeah,
Jamel, I don't think your thing you charge.
yeah, like really want to be a father, really want to be in that kid's life, and really want to help contribute and raise to the children. So I remember somebody would tell me, what they say, money ain't got nothing to do with spending time with your kids. I'm like, hold up now. Yes, you're supposed to spend time with your children,
And man.
and you're supposed to help provide for them. Talking about the amount of money ain't gonna look. The amount of money that you spend on your kids. Captain Boy USA. How long I been on YouTube? About, let's see. I've been on him about a month. I ain't been on him about a month. About 2 months. I'm about 2 months. 2 months in.
Your thing feel down. She just talking. Your thing feel dead.
I've been on him about 2 months.
I made the charger.
It ain't, I'm learning.
Ow! Stop!
I know. They something else with themselves. Lord have mercy. Oh God.
You fixed it. You got the baby sheet.
Who?
Baby sheet. Mama, I
But yeah, like I was saying,
got a dress.
and also make sure that
I got a
the
dress.
people that you bring around your children, that when you're dating, date. Ain't nothing wrong with dating. But as soon as you start dating them, don't bring them around your children. You got to get them. I ain't like some women. Lord. Huh? Yeah, that's why kids getting molested, because you bring them around somebody that you really don't know. I ain't finna I have to get to know you. Make sure you ain't got no mental issues. And you know what I'm saying? Cause and hands issues too. Because like I said, that little boy that man had burned, put that boy in some hot water and burnt him. His mama had left him home with him so she can work. See, I ain't finna leave my kid I ain't for leave my kids. That's why I say I ain't for leave my kids at home. Yeah, that happened back in like November, December of last year. This boy mom was working at Toyota and said that they said the boy was telling his mom that the man was being mean to him. But you know, mom probably, he ain't being mean to you or nothing like that. So she really wasn't believing him. So what ended up happening is she did have a child by him, but he didn't treat him like he did his own child. And so one day, that night, they said that the little boy peed on himself. So the dude got mad, and he said he took him a bath, but they said he put the baby in scalding hot water.
That turn it on hot and left it on there.
And then they said the mama came and checked on the little boy, and he was not breathing. He put the boy back in bed. They said that baby body was burnt from the neck all the way down to his ankles. They said they said the girl was defending this guy. Talking about he didn't mean to do it. What the? I mean,
No, they should put her in jail.
Huh?
Both of y'all go to jail. Well, I'm gonna tell you something.
Yes, this true. This true.
Okay, roll it. Okay.
You don't remember hearing about that on the news? Yes. And then they said the nurse, like I had to give Jamel some stitches because he had smashed his finger in the door. Okay, said that everybody that was in the hospital that to service that little boy, they said that everybody had to seek counseling because their mind was so traumatized from a child being treated like that. And y'all think that this man don't supposed to get life in prison? The baby, somebody had to bury their child because you didn't like a child because it wasn't yours.
So put both of them in jail.
Oh, she didn't go to jail.
Well, they should have.
But they said at first they took that boy that wasn't the man. They took his.
Okay. Well, this a woman left her child home with her boyfriend.
Who talk loud so people hear?
She left her daughter home with the boyfriend just to go to the store. She come back. Here's the molesting the child, but I tell you what she did. I don't know where she got a sword from. But she got that, and she got the whacking.
Did she?
Whacking, yeah.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
She got
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, so that's right. Defend your child because she didn't think he would do this.
Hey, it was see. Yes.
Yeah, but she got a sword. I don't know what she get a sword or whatever.
Man, she might have had a machete knife. You know how you got them knives out.
That man what it was. She got the whacking. He got out of there. She whacked him.
Really?
He coming out of there running. The policeman. He's down the road somewhere the way.
You can't be sitting here touching these folk children.
No. Can't touch me.
No.
Wait a minute, I got a bad on.
I promise God, I'm being in jail for murder. You touch mine. I'm sorry. No, I that's why I do not kind of like when I do decide to date or give somebody my time, they will not meet my children unless I know for sure. And that's just me.
And sometimes
they can put on a facade.
Wait a minute. Sometimes you have to watch the father. That's just gonna be upfront, not to say he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Men, especially with the little girls, men will be men. Sometimes. I ain't gonna say it happens, but you know it happens.
Yeah, cause you know what?
See, you have to think about it's just like, why is she acting so fast? You understand what I'm saying? You have to think about things that little girls do and stuff like that. You gotta wonder why they be doing these things. They don't do it because they don't know nothing about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If something they saying, somebody watching something in front of them, they either in the bedroom with them, you know, with their girlfriend, wife, stuff like that. You be wondering, what they doing on this lunch or, you know, this, that, another on a pillow or whatever. They saying something.
Yeah, that's inappropriate.
Yeah, so you don't do nothing, or you know how she is, and she too smart for all.
Yeah, that's why I say I would never like Jayla.
But I'm glad she's smart like she is, so she'll tell you something.
Yes, Jayla, if something's going on, Jayla will tell me. She be like, Mama, Cause I know, cause she done told me one time before, but it wasn't the incident. It's just something had happened. Not nobody touched her or anything like that. It was like something hit her leg, and she told me, you know.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, like I said, I tell my baby anything. Don't nobody supposed to touch your pee pee or your boo boo, and I tell Jamel the same thing. I know this is kind of inappropriate to talk about,
No, it's not.
but
No, that's a need to know. People need to listen.
yeah,
That's how your kids know it's not inappropriate. Inappropriate, get on here talking stuff trying to coach you. That's inappropriate, and then get mad at you. That's inappropriate.
yeah,
You know, if you're talking about let's have sex and all this stuff, when you
Yeah.
back and forth stuff, that's inappropriate.
yeah,
But you talking about something that will help somebody,
yeah,
maybe a young mother or something like that.
yeah,
That that letting a young fella take advantage of, and then he might fool with a kid. You know what I'm saying?
yes. Cause I promise you, man, that really, when that little boy had lost his life like that because of a man, and they said that they don't think that he really. They said because the boy feet weren't burnt, because if you don't put somebody in the tub,
All of it's gonna be.
all of it's gonna be burnt. They said that man dashed scalding hot water on that baby. What kind of human being? You treated that boy like he was nothing.
Not to him, it was.
He's somebody's son. That boy was somebody else's son.
I know that, but I was saying to him, that boy was nothing to him. I'm not being cold-hearted. I'm just saying the way his mind was thinking.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing to me. What the
Lord have mercy. But yeah, and that was like the baby feet wasn't burned. And then they had sent him to Labana. Then Labana sent him to the burn center over there. Oh, I forgot what the burn center is. But they had sent him to the burn center in Jamel and Jayla. Yes, ma'am.
You here doing something.
Tell me I ain't doing nothing.
Come here. Don't go around there. Come here. Didn't your mama tell you y'all can play but don't keep up too much fun? Yes, she did. Your grandmama did. So you can go in there and play, but stop all that noise. You hear me? You hear me? All right, now get it.
But yeah.
I mean it. If I had to get up,
But yeah, it was that was really just and then your children seeing you get abused, I really don't like that either. I don't, like you be seeing him fight for, like I ain't trying to tell them about business, but last night, Mama told me that she this lady next door came banging on my door this morning. And she said that the woman looked like she had ran through the bushes and stuff like that, trying to get away from somebody. Said that she had a guy friend over her house. She said she just got rid of her boyfriend. Her boyfriend is abusive to her. Said so she got so she said that the man had a knife and started fighting this man. So she tried to run away for help. So she said she don't want, she stayed 3 doors down. Nobody will open the door to somebody for her. She said she ran out the back door because she was scared. Think about somebody in your house and Lord have mercy.
Well, we talked about that too.
What?
As a fact, somebody come, like, a woman come there,
Yeah.
her husband, boyfriend doing something.
Yeah.
I know Pat will do it. He did do it once when we were going together. There was a fella jumping on the one. Pat didn't hit the fella. He went out there and put a chokehold on him. A strong one. Okay, Pat. Okay, that's all it took. And that fella didn't retaliate back to Pat. Then you put your hand on me and nothing like that. That fella went on.
Yeah.
So it just, sometimes you do put yourself in harm's way for keep somebody alive.
Yes.
And stuff. Don't just let it be my problem,
Yes. And then when my mom was like, she said the girl was like, I need to use the phone to call the police. And then my mom was like, she told her, she said, you need to leave that man alone. Ain't nobody should be putting your hands on you, number one. And number two, if he got a knife and stuff like that, he gonna try to take somebody's life. So ain't nothing worth you losing your life over. No man, nobody. So you need to leave them alone altogether. This world we live in, people don't care about killing nobody these days. They do not care. They do not care about taking somebody's life. That's why I try to stay out of like I don't even me I don't fool if it's a lot of drama. I don't fool with it. I will help you if I can, but if it comes to my life and my kids' life, hey, we'll have to draw the line somewhere. You know, it's crazy. But yeah.
I'll be back there. You read it.
But yeah, you know, it's just crazy. People are crazy. You got to be careful who you want to deal with. There's some people out here in this world
I'm gonna tell you.
that prey on good people. I promise you.
There's a difference in verbal abuse and physical abuse. We got a person that take verbal abuse next door to us.
Really?
Yes.
You be hearing them?
Uh-huh. I said, I'm not gonna get involved with that.
Yeah.
If she sit there and take that and stuff, she grown, she old here, she done been burnt. You don't go get nothing out there. She got sense too. You know what I'm saying? This her house.
Mm. And okay, you want to talk to me crazy? Bye. Get out of my house.
But see, this just a ploy for us to intervene.
Mm.
If he were y'all call the police. No, I'm not doing that. That's your house. If you want him to stop talking to you like that,
you call the police.
Uh-huh. Now, it's a different story. If we hear some bumping and banging, we're going to intervene.
Mm.
But him talking at you, people got freedom of speaking.
So he must be calling her all types of bad names,
Yeah.
B's and H's.
No, it don't want beyond.
Really?
Burnt.
Really? So he putting down her scars.
Yeah. And she sit there, take it. I think she thinks she can't. Really?
She can't see that what they do because myself, I've been through physical and I have been through verbal. And let me tell you, they think that they'll make you feel like I'm the best. I'm the best you gonna get. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You are not the best I'm gonna get. I ain't got to deal with your mess. But they have your mind so down like that. They have you thinking that. No.
I'm gonna talk. Give me a hand. Didn't I tell you not to do it? Now you go over there, you sit over there on that couch over there and do what I tell you to do. You hear me? Get over there. Sadness. It don't do anything.
But yeah,
yeah,
they have you thinking that that they all that you. Excuse me.
Well, we can get serious now.
Okay.
It's just like they were saying. I'm heavy side. I'm a big woman.
Okay.
And see, some people play on that. You can't get no better than me and nobody else can want because you're fat. You put it like that.
Okay.
And you remember I told you that before. That's why he was saying those things. You can't do no but. Oh yes, I can.
Yes.
I just hated I grabbed the first thing that looked like I seen out the woodwork. You want to say stuff like that. But you know you can do better. It's just like you was invested. I told you this before.
Yeah.
He was not.
Yeah, so if he ain't invested in you, he ain't bothered. He's just gonna continue to put you down.
He just want to play games,
Right.
I can get you back anytime I want to.
Exactly.
And it works a few times.
Yeah.
But see, it's just like this. I can talk to you 7 days a week, 24 hours a day is your choice. And I told you that too.
Right.
I said, get yourself back. And what I mean, get your friendly side back because you had got a certain kind of way.
Miserable.
Yeah.
Because you do become miserable with a person that is physically very toxic to your life and physically and emotionally. And then you'll be lashing out on your family and on your people that's really for you and really want you out that situation. You be lashing out on them. But you have to realize they only there to help you. They want you to recognize, like my mama say, recognize the lie.
Yeah. And see, you do kind of be hateful to your family. Because you really, at the moment, you don't.
Yeah.
Number one, you don't want to hear. Number two, I'm grown and I still don't want to hear.
Yeah.
But then, it's just like when you're talking to a person, don't be ugly to who I'm talking to. You just tell that person you're losing yourself and you're miserable.
Yeah. When you lose yourself, because you never see a person, like they say, when you get with a person, they supposed to build you up, and you don't supposed to come down. But some people, especially people that don't ain't no good and they just trash, like you say,
Yeah.
they'll you're considered a come up to them because they coming up off of you and all your good energy. Them, the person that's like a good person, they'll dumb them down or try to put them down and make them feel like they're nothing. But when in actuality, it's them that got the problem. They the one that got the low self-esteem. They the one.
I got some more for them. I got some more for y'all. And it's just like this. When y'all get your own car, your own house, see, that's just like an opportunity predator. Oh, this for the heavyset girls, but they don't do it now.
No, ain't about. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. What I see now, most girls that are heavy.
Because they think just because I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm gonna be honest. Because they think just because we big, ain't no man that a fine man or a man that got money gonna want you.
I don't think.
I ain't saying that they don't, but what I'm saying is the ones that out to try to get over.
Yeah. No, I say I don't think somebody have knives or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They go for outside today. Talking about looking at our physical body. Says, ooh, this is a nice woman.
Mm-hmm.
She got a nice personality, and I like the way she carries herself.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of them like to go for the one tramp, whatever you want to call it. Well, that's what it is, Monica. That's what it's like. I ain't being ugly. That just is what it is.
Yeah, y'all. This is my auntie talk. We just talking, and you know what I'm saying. You want to come in, just come in, man. We just have a good communication right now.
I'm not calling nobody a tramp. It's just a person that put themselves out there, act like that. When they see somebody with money or whatever. It's just like a woman that's really do have a nice shape. You sure don't have to flash out your bosoms. You don't. You can dress nice. It's just like it with him. I ain't flashing nothing.
Oh, I ain't either.
I got mine. And everybody else can get theirs. You just have to be patient and choose what you get.
Yeah. And everybody ain't gonna have the body, ain't gonna have, but to make them seem pretty. What I'm saying is, like me, yes, I think I'm a pretty woman.
Yeah.
But I want my attitude to be pretty too.
Yeah.
You could be the most ugliest woman, not the prettiest woman. I'm gonna say that. But you have the beautiful attitude. You'll do anything for a person. And then I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it be some not so pretty women that be with some fine men. I be like, and then you be like, what's she doing with him? But he ain't looking at the face. He looking at what's inside.
And wait a minute, I'm gonna put something in on that too. What we call ugly, God ain't made nothing ugly. That is us as humans saying that stuff.
Yeah.
God made everything beautiful. That's us. Boy, she ugly. Boy, he ugly. But God ain't made nothing ugly.
This is all good, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want this is nothing negative towards anybody. Please do not get upset.
No, don't get upset.
But go ahead,
yeah. But it's just everybody have a positive attitude.
Yeah.
And to the young ladies, you don't have to, even though you got a terrific body, you don't have to show everything you got. Leave something to the imagination.
You're right.
And stuff like that. And you get whatever you want.
Yeah.
You get the right person.
Yeah.
Because
when I was like really out there in the street, like man, I used to wear heels, man. I used to have my back out. Knowing I'm top heavy and all that right there. I was like, man, I'm gonna give me some attention. They ain't never got they go to the club, ain't getting no attention. My cousin, who ain't really bothered by no man getting more attention. I'm like, man, what's wrong with me? But it ain't nothing wrong with me. It just the way that I presented myself, like I'm not really that type of person, and you can recognize that.
No. And see, most men, they ain't looking for
a good, like me, I've been in the church all my life. And I ain't really just did a lot of bad things. And so they're like, this a good girl. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't about that either.
There's
just a lot of kids that want no woman. They don't want no good girl. They don't. Instead, you have to find you somebody just like you. Yeah. And I said, I did. And I've been married 21 years. Mm-hmm. And stuff like that. And he is 66 and I am 53. And we got a good marriage. First of all, you both got to want the same thing.
Yeah.
You got to get a person. If you got kids, you got to get a person that love kids.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff, whether they got any or not.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But I ain't got no kids, but I raised. Well, my well said I was in there with them, raising y'all too.
Yeah, you were.
Nieces and stuff, so I'm used to cheer.
Yeah.
Just another story. But just as women,
We got everybody.
we got our pick and choose.
Yeah. See, that's why I said, because sometimes the ones that don't mean you no good, they always the one that think, oh, I chose you. Or, you know what I'm saying? Men really think that they supposed to be the one to choose the woman. Really, we're supposed to be choosing them.
We both choose each other, But
I'm
see,
I won't deal with it. I know I'm acting crazy.
But not, man. But see, it's just like people can fool you and get in your house. You know what I'm saying? Just as sweet as they want to be when they out there, and when they get in and stuff is all this, that, and other. But you got a choice. You getting out of here.
Yep.
It's a choice.
Yeah.
You got your own house. And anybody come in here and you say,
bye. That's why I said I wouldn't like me. That's why I said, I don't never want somebody to ever feel just that comfortable with me. I want you uncomfortable.
uh-huh.
So if you feel like you want to get froggy, bye. That's that though. Hit it. And don't let the good doors slip.
Just the real stuff. That's all. And stuff. And that's just, life in general, or what I'm been through. I can pass it on. I'm 53 years old.
Yeah.
I know some stuff.
Anybody got any question for my auntie or anything like that? We just sitting here talking and have a good conversation. I know that like I said, everybody know all the things I went through, and like I said, it has been really, really been some nights that I really just like, Lord, cry, yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with crying, I tell you.
And see, what people think that you weak because you cry.
No, I'm gonna tell you what crying is. Jesus cried. Okay, let's get this straight.
Jesus wept.
Jesus wept, and that's crying.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff like that. Crying is a releasing mechanism to get the stress off of you. Mm-hmm. Don't you feel better when you do it?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like it might be the same situation you're still in, but you feel let that out.
Yeah.
So you won't overload.
Yeah, because if you think about all this stress will cause you to have a heart attack.
Yeah. Or make you go.
You have a mental breakdown.
I'm gonna go kill myself because this person
I'm in the heart. I just can't see myself. I never had that much love for a person that made me want to just kill myself. I'm sorry.
It ain't people have those. It's sad. People go kill other people.
Cause like I ain't gonna tell them. Somebody told me I was with this guy, and their mama told me they was like, girl, why you fussing at him so much? She was like, about him staying all night, and you know what I'm saying. If he cheat, he cheat. But as long as you got the man, as long as he coming home to you, then that wouldn't matter. I'm like, no, and my mom like, you 40-something. What?
No. Because it's just like over here. You don't want to share nobody with nobody. Because if you sharing, you got to fuss.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? There's some people back in the day, older women, like I said, my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell them. She was going with this man, the other lady going with this man and stuff. It wasn't no fussing stuff going on. But to me, that sounds too complicated.
Yes, don't nobody want. It's too many diseases out here in this world. Honestly, it's like too many diseases out here in the world to be trying to share somebody. Mm-hmm. Like, I ain't gonna say no names, but okay. He was running back and forth to this dude, this person. But see, I was all, thank God I had got rid of that because them two people ended up with
AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do that.
And I said, thank God.
I held my breath for 10 years.
Okay, so Eat with C said, yes, I went through a mental breakdown. It wasn't good. I couldn't breathe or nothing, but I made it through. Okay, Eat with C. Well, just
don't never let nobody
take over your mental capacity like that. Never.
Make you angry and bitter.
Yes. It will take over your mind. I was just that close. My auntie could tell you I was just that close. But I had good people praying for me, and I knew God, and that what mattered the most. When you sit here and you know God, and you pray to God to remove this person out of your life, then He will do it. And see, that's why I say, God will give you exits. You just gotta exit. That's real.
Yeah.
Like, God gave me so many exits with this person, but every time I look around, I'm like, I didn't want her to win. I didn't want her to win. But then when you realize, when you think about it, what are you winning? Nothing. Cause He gonna play all y'all. Whoever gonna let them lay their head where they want to lay their head at. Whoever wanna give them some money. Whoever wanna let them ride their car. That's what you winning. Whoever want to accept me cheating, accept me coming home at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, stuff like that.
The barber pudding gonna come out there.
Oh, it's just the truth.
Now I'm just telling you have to like the barber.
I'm just saying, I always had that. I was like, that's what made me stick so long, because I didn't want that person to have him, because I didn't want her to win. But what are you winning?
No, I'm a deadbeat.
Nothing.
Like I said, deadbeat. What is a deadbeat? Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. But it's sad. It's sad on that part because the children always lose.
Yes.
But
I can truly say that.
But I'm gonna give you some good compliments. You're a good mom, you're taking over for both. And many women don't done it, and you're gonna come out ahead. You're already coming out ahead. And so got rid of the riffraff, you're coming out ahead. Your children love you, take care. You got Annie, you got grandma, so you got it going on.
Yeah. Thank you, Auntie.
Yeah. And it's just like people with the true people that love their kids and not trying to beat nobody out of nothing, doing different kind of things. Now, I'm the type of person, I'm straightforward, and I ain't gonna put up no crap of nobody. I'm just saying, family folks or whatever, I'm gonna tell you what it is and stuff like that. If you're doing right, I'm gonna give you credit. If you're doing wrong, I'm gonna tell you that too. And so,
yeah, sometimes I have my moments with them. I really do. But
you gonna have moments with children. You gonna have that the rest of
yeah,
until they get grown up, and you still might have some after that.
Yeah.
But when you teach them right and stuff, they're gonna keep that.
Yeah, that's what I want to teach them. Teach them to like love each other, have each other back.
Love God.
And God. Like, that's why I take them to church every day. That's why I try to, let them know, this is how you need to read and study yourself approved. But also, this is where you go to if you need the extra. But yeah, child, I just, oh Lord, this has been a good little talk, y'all.
Who's ever gonna sit there? I'm sitting there listening to you.
No, you know what I'm saying? I think this might be our Sunday thing. We come on here. I know you really don't want to be on the camera like that, but we can both have we can have our talk, about life and talk about things like that. But I know that what I'm saying, as you being 53, you know a lot about life. You understand a lot of things about life.
I don't been through it.
You done been through things.
I don't been through it. I can say I don't been through it all.
Yeah.
Abuse. I don't been through a lot of abuse. I don't been through the good, the bad, and the ugly. Mm-hmm. But now I'm in the good.
And that's what matters.
And that's going to be to the end.
No, I say, if the good, you always going to want that good in life. If they're good. You won't have them ups and downs, but if they're good, it's outweighing that bad. Come on now.
Yeah. It's just like I tell you, I heard all the time. I ain't worried about that. I smile all the time. I don't come on here with no frown on my face.
Yeah.
You might hear me grunt or whatever. I still get them going. And that's another thing. Like get a disease or whatever happened to you. People, how can you smile? Because I'm gonna tell you this right here. Then I went to the cancer doctor, getting the blood work and stuff like that. And that lady said, "What you hear?" I said, "Well, I got cancer right now." Yeah. And she said, But you're smiling. I said, I got something to smile about. I said, I'm not unhappy. I'm not going to lay around and be in misery when I can make my own self happy, just getting up, thank you, Lord, whatever, and stuff. And that lady, she said, can I give you a hug? You just give me chill. That could help somebody out.
Yes, it
Stuff
can.
like that. It's not sad. It's not. I'm not sad. I'm the same if I got cancer or don't.
Yeah,
Now, I am.
you're right.
And you don't have to cry for it because lady is okay.
I'm not
Wait a
gonna
minute,
cry.
longer I can come over here and play with my baby. I'm good.
Yeah. It's just a great discussion.
Yeah.
It just, a lot of people done comment on a lot of the stuff that we talked about. And
It's real. See,
yeah.
You have to be real.
yeah, that's why I say on a lot of this, like I said, social media, you can portray anything on behind a computer screen.
Yeah.
But when you get live and people see you face to face or see what you like in real life, it changes. You can really show who a person really is.
I feel like you don't know.
I know. But y'all,
I enjoyed it.
we enjoyed this discussion. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for commenting. Thank y'all for just showing love and support. We finna get ready to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. So watch the video, share it out, subscribe, and y'all have a blessed night. I will be coming out later on with the saltine cracker thing I did. I failed tremendously on that challenge, but I will be coming out with it. It's very funny because I did not do good on it. But please go ahead and hit that notification button so y'all know when I come out with another video. Y'all have a good night and have a good Monday.
Yeah, but with the crackers.
I did horrible. It was
You didn't